Our director, Trish, is a wonderful teacher, and she's a great leader. Through this pandemic, Trish has made sure that we've all stayed connected. We are very, very lucky to have had Trish. She has kept us connected, and she's kept us singing.
2, 3, 4.
I can see me loving nobody but you.
For a while we were meeting distantly, and even if we got together at the Port Theatre for a couple of practices, well distanced, it was nice to be together even for that short time, to be able to hear each other and sing all at the same time and actually hear those harmonies, because right now we're pretty isolated.
Happy together.
Last year, of course, we didn't have the opportunity to perform together. And so while we all still very much yearn for that time, we do actually get really excited on our Zoom rehearsals when we see each other's pictures come as we click into the Zoom meeting. And then we have lots of fun. Lots of chatter goes on until we all have to mute, of course, so that we can sing under Trish's amazing directorship.
Great.
You can be exhausted from whatever's going on in your life, and you sort of drag yourself to practice on Thursday night. And after the 2 hours, you can't believe the 2 hours have gone by, and you're energized and excited. And every week you get that opportunity to recharge yourself and remind yourself how wonderful it is to make music with other people.
My name is James Duffy. I'm one of the original members. We started in 1980, so it's been a long time. So we started off as a madrigal group spun off from Malaspina Choir, and we began by singing madrigals unaccompanied and early music kind of stuff. And we gradually branched out, and we began to sing a wider range of songs, folk songs, and then moving into art songs and more popular stuff. So we've always been very eclectic indeed. And we got a director. We've had 3 now, so they shaped the program a bit. What was interesting to me was that in the 1990s, we had some young teachers who were members who were jazz musicians. So we spent more time singing vocal jazz on mic than we had done before or since, and that was interesting because vocal jazz is hard and singing on microphones is a different technique, so that really stretched us. And we did some great concerts during that time. Folk, sax and jazz was one of them, with Steve Jones providing saxophone accompaniment, so that was fun. And then in the 2000s we had Rosemary Lindsay, and she did some very diverse programming, a lot more world music. So we had one program which was called From Down Under to Up There, which featured Australian and Scandinavian music. And that's unusual programming, and again, it was fun to do, and there was a lot of contemporary stuff, which we greatly enjoyed. And now we have Trish, so we're on a different kind of tack. So it's always, the point is, it's always been interesting. There's always been different kinds of music to sing, different musical challenges, different people to sing with. We've had a number of members, but it's always been a pretty friendly choir.
I'm Val Duffy, wife of James, and we started, well, we didn't actually start the choir, somebody started it with us, and then we broke off and made a choir called Cappella Plus in the 1980s. We were first called Nanaimo a cappella singers, and once we were introduced at a function as the Acapulco singers, but that's okay. We rehearsed in our house to start with, and we had a table and a lamp on top, and we were all standing around with our music, doing that. And our children were in their bedrooms listening to us. And they once said, if I have to hear "Now is the Month of May" again, I'm going to scream, because they didn't particularly like it. But anyway, I've learned a lot from the choir. We've done so much different kind of music. The reason I like the choir is it's very small, and you have to know your music. And you don't feel that if you weren't there, it wouldn't matter. It makes a difference if you're not there.
Our very first official concert in Nanaimo, the Powell River Chorus had been down in the early spring, I think, and did a concert at which we were present. And they mentioned that they were looking for a host choir for when they came to do this concert. And so we decided, well, we could do that. We could host them. And then got thinking, really, could we? Do we have enough staff? Panic ensued. But eventually the Powell River Chorus showed up, and we had our concert with them, and it went reasonably well. And they invited us back to Powell River. I thought, that's fun. Yeah, we can do that.
Lately, we've been doing a few audios where virtual singing, where people just send in their voices, and then I just sort of mix it together to form an audio, and that's been fairly successful. Although it'll be really, really nice when we can get back together again and sing.
It's important to note that Trish, as our director, has shown us not just that we sing for ourselves and each other, but we bring a lot of joy to people who come to our concerts, or when we go to the senior centers to sing for them. It just brings joy to everybody's lives.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
And so, while I am tolerant for our need to rehearse via Zoom this year, I really can't wait until we can get together, share hugs and music, and perform for others.
Well, my experiences with A Cappella Plus have been varied and wonderful, and even though I'm a new kid on the block, relatively speaking, in the last 6 years, I feel very much part of the A Cappella Plus family. I'm here at St. Andrew's United Church, and one of the great memories for me is the very first time I stepped on stage with that group. And the idea that anything I did with my hands was going to come back at me with glory and joy, and we were working on music together. It was just a fantastic addition to my life. The people are diverse, they're equally intense, they're equally fun-loving, they're amazing musicians. They're constantly up for a musical challenge, and that's a love of mine. I look forward to many future endeavors with A Cappella Plus. Anything? Are we having fun? Yes, yes, yes!
It's a string of kisses for baby. I want to tell you that I found love so blind, right in 9:05 and 9, with a little string of pearls and a woolworth.
One Christmas, we were performing on stage at Bevan Park during the Festival of Trees, and the lighting was dim, and the ambient noise from the crowd made it difficult to hear our director up at the front. So, wouldn't you know it, I misheard the next song title, and I pulled out "Ding Dong Merrily on High," And at the conductor's downbeat, I confidently belt out, "Ding!" While to my horror, the rest of the choir is murmuring a very hushed, "Silent night." I was singing the wrong song. Never quite lived down that blunder. Anyway, we do have a lot of fun together, and our director, Patricia Plumley, is fantastic.
Fun! Like you're supposed to be having fun. It was great.